washes out so quickly. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today was a couple of things. I always get on here and I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? But this week, or Wednesday, tomorrow in particular, is Forgiveness Day. So Forgiveness Week, I'm going to call it. And one of the things that I have learned from my experience and from working with others is that forgiveness is a huge part of recovery. I think it's a huge part of people's lives, regardless of whether you have substance use issues or not. You know, just to have a more fulfilled life, a contented life. You know, and forgiveness is not about letting people off the hook. So sometimes people think, like, I'm not going to let them off that easy. I'm not going to forgive them, you know. Forgiveness is about you. It's freeing yourself, not the other person, right? And there's this old saying that resentment is like drinking poison, expecting your enemies to die. So when you don't forgive, you're basically doing that. You think you're punishing someone else, and actuality, you are punishing yourself. You are hurting yourself. So by forgiving, you are releasing yourself of that resentment. You are releasing yourself from that pain. And forgiveness can be anything from, you know, friends and family. It can be towards a situation. It can be towards, you know, a past employment, a past whatever. It doesn't have to really be one specific person. It could be all of that. And it can also be forgiving yourself. So one of the most difficult things I've had to come to terms with is forgiving myself for behaving the way I behave and doing the things that I did in active addiction when I was sick. And you know what? There's things that I done and behaved when I wasn't actually in active addiction. So I'm not even going to go there. But some of the most painful things that I have done in my life, you know, with me being caught up in my addiction and just being selfish, really. If I boil down to it, my selfishness caused a lot of pain for a lot of people that I loved dearly, and still love today. And, you know, I think when it comes to my kids in particular, that's what I'm thinking of right now, they forgave me a lot earlier than I forgave myself. And it still crops up. There's still times where it crops up that, you know, it's just so painful. And I just gotta say, you know what? That was then. You can't change it. The only thing I can do is not let it happen again, right? Continue on my road of recovery and improving and bettering myself and being a better person, being a better mom, being a better daughter, being a better sister, you know? That's the only thing I can do. I can't change that. And learn from it, and maybe have some compassion with the fact that, you know, I was in a lot of pain. I was hurting, and I didn't know what to do with that pain. I didn't know how to deal with it. Well, I did know. Use drugs and alcohol. That's the only way I knew how to deal with it. And obviously, it's not the healthiest of choices, and it caused a lot more pain in the long run than it helped. But so forgiving that. And if you do live or love or have someone you know that has a substance use disorder, you know how painful that can be yourself. And learning how to forgive that person and have some compassion and know that that person's sick That being said, that doesn't mean that you're excusing their bad behavior. It doesn't mean that they can continue treating you badly, or if it's yourself, that you can continue, treating people badly. Boundaries and whatnot, and loving people from a distance is okay, So it's not allowing people to continue to abuse you. It doesn't give you permission to continue to abuse other people. It is a recognizing a hurt. It's recognizing a wound and letting that wound close up, and so that you can let it go and move on. It's basically about moving on. So if that person that you are forgiving is still doing that same behavior, you need to walk away. You need to find the courage and the strength within yourself to say, I am not tolerating that behavior. I forgive you. I get it. I understand you're sick or you're hurting or whatever the issue is. And it might not even be substances, but that doesn't mean that other people are not hurting and not sick, right? They use other things, other means to cope. And sometimes, it's the best that they can do at that moment, right? With the information that they have. And for whatever reason. So I'm just talking about forgiveness for you, and not getting into why they do what they do, right? So forgiving what they have done, what you have done, and if it is someone that's continuing the behavior, cutting the cord and letting it go. Say, I forgive you, I understand, but I gotta go. And easier said than done, I get it. But it's freeing yourself. It's really making yourself a better person, and live a better life, and if you're setting an example for kids, for your children, that's powerful. So walking away from harmful situations teaches your kids that that you have respect for yourself, and that you don't tolerate that type of behavior. You can have compassion and forgive people, but you don't have to sit there with the abuse and continue to settle or be exposed to that behavior. And the same thing goes when it's yourself, right? So I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect, obviously. So at different times, at different levels, I have to forgive myself, but I have to say, all right, now I have to do something about this behavior. I can't just keep saying sorry, or just, keep recognizing that no, I got to change it, right? And that's the best form of truly an apology, is shown, not said. But again, going back to forgiveness, learning just to let that go, and so that you can move on, heal and move on. So I hope this has helped you. I hope you can try to practice, especially this week, learning to forgive people for past hurts, and so that you can move on with your life. Remember, forgiveness is for you, not for them. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Give them that text, give them a call, give them that hug. When we love people and we have these relationships, we have to cultivate them. They don't just exist in a bubble. We have to continuously nurture and let people know that we care, that we're still there. Anyway, live your life enthusiastically, because there isn't any other way. And if you like my videos, hit the subscribe button. Follow me, Recovery Enthusiast, at Instagram and Facebook. And you can also check out my online courses at mastermind.com. And they're also up on my website, recoveryenthusiast.com. Stay blessed, guys. Until next time, peace.